Hey dreamers, it's Nice from the Nightosphere. I just wanted to shed some light on what's been happening and with the lovely and seemingly happy channel called DanPlan. I bet you guys have heard of them. They're more of just a channel that has to do with animated game shows and just compiled of friends. So, it seems like a good channel to be in. But what's been going on? Now, keep in mind, I'm actually just going to be sharing some facts that I actually did some digging on, and I'm going to be sharing my personal, neutral thoughts about the matter and what's true and not true. So, DanPlan is, or at least was, a 2 million subscriber channel that consists of making animated comedy videos with these board game based shows, kind of like a game show in a way. Honestly, I love the videos. A few months back, I actually discovered it by watching Are You a Psychopath? It was actually pretty funny to me and I really did enjoy it. However, this wholesome channel, it was actually made from it was actually founded on Daniel and his friend Hosa, and then eventually Hosa invited their other friend, actually Stephen, or how people just call him, Stephen, onto the channel, and this was just like a few years ago. Keep in mind, all of these YouTubers are friends in real life, and they have been for years. So what changed? Money and fame. It does something to people's minds, unfortunately. According to actually Stephen, he's no longer affiliated with DanPlan after working with his friends for 5 years and no longer calls Daniel his friend. When their channel was changed from being a gaming channel to a game show animation channel, people began to flock towards it and more views came in and people were subscribing. And so their channel blew up. However, things changed when money began to grow. In March of 2019, Daniel and Stephen got into an argument that would change their relationship and what happened the state of DanPlan altogether. According to Stephen, Daniel didn't consider Stephen a major part of the channel's success, even stating that Stephen was just an employee instead of his friend. Whereas Stephen only saw YouTube as a hobby and not an actual job. But because of the amount of viewers and the subscribers on DanPlan, Daniel didn't think otherwise. Daniel thought otherwise. He thought DanPlan could be an actual job. So, in my opinion, when I did see Stephen's video that he was leaving DanPlan, I was actually heartbroken and I didn't know what was going on. So I watched his video and I just heard the most sincerity in his voice. It was quite sad and it was very disheartening knowing that someone you knew from middle school was just turned away your friendship altogether. It's like he didn't care at all. I really do hope that everything works out. Stephen also mentioned how this statement just broke his heart. Since that day, Stephen tried his best to please Daniel, developing a wonderfully thought out character and just delve more into the channel as much as he could in those 9 months. Unfortunately, this wasn't enough. After the argument, Dan and Stephen's friendship deteriorated to strictly business. I suppose that's what happened, and I suppose that's what Daniel wanted. It wasn't only Stephen being called and seen as an employee in Daniel's eyes, but the pay on what Stephen was contributing wasn't fair or even equal to what everyone else is being paid out. Moreover, according to Stephen's video and recent live stream, Dan seemed oppressive to his animators and doesn't even pay some of them of what the other members get paid, just like Jay from DanPlan. And I'll actually show you a graph right here. But based on the monthly income that DanPlan videos receive, it's around 68.6K in US dollars. And when I did watch Stephen's live stream, it really opened my eyes when I saw that Daniel was actually making about and taking 50% of that income from the channel's profits. Now, Hossa actually was also getting a 50% cut, but only a few months ago, as what Stephen had said in his live stream, that it got reduced from 50% to 15%. I honestly don't know how to deal with that. Was it because that Daniel felt threatened? I'm not quite sure. Refused to even speak to Stephen multiple times this past week since Stephen released his new video and even made the live stream about a day ago. Daniel hasn't made any effort to actually reach out to Stephen and communicate with him. Now, in my opinion, and what I have been raised, what my parents told me, no answer is an answer. I don't know what Daniel is going through, but I really do hope that he works this out and starts being more honest with the people that he's working with. If not, the channel's just going to deteriorate even more, from 2 million subscribers to about 1.95 million. Wow, that only happened in a week. I don't want to see what would happen if it was 2 months that passed and he doesn't make a reply. Hopefully he does. Now, here are some questions that I actually did see and in the comments of Stephen's video and DanPlan's most recent video. Has Daniel tried to apologize? According to Stephen, no. Stephen contacted him and on several social media platforms, yet there was no reply. Even Stephen said in his live stream that he was kind of wanting to go over to Daniel's house and to even discuss it with him, but that wouldn't even be a good idea, he said. Hopefully that we can get some answers out of Daniel soon. Is Hossa okay because of what happened between the trio? I believe and I hope that Hossa is going to be alright. Personally, I don't know if he'll be okay. Maybe he will, and I hope that he takes this well. But to see two of his friends keep on fighting, and then Stephen leaving the channel, I really do hope that he doesn't blame himself for what's going on. He has nothing to... it's nothing that he said. It was nothing that he did. I really do hope that Hossa doesn't feel like this is his fault. He was just merely in between what has happened. He didn't do anything wrong. How much is DanPlan employees getting? Well, as you can see by what I'm showing you with the numbers, about or less than $450 a month, and that is for the animators. It's not even much. It doesn't really can't get anyone by. $450 a month? Goodness, that's really making ends meet. You can't really live off of that. Hossa used to get 50% of the cut only a few months ago, then got 15%. Seems strange, but I hope Daniel isn't trying to, I don't know, take the money for himself. Hopefully that's not what he's doing. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, this situation is very complicated and heartbreaking. I hope Daniel realizes and reaches out to Stephen and at least try to refute what Stephen says, or at least try to communicate with him. But so far he hasn't made the effort. I hope that he starts to treat his friends better, because this is a side that nobody wants to see. A side of Daniel and a side of DanPlan that used to be just full of laughs, fun, and giggles is now strife and anger between friends. I just hope that everything gets better. But please, oh please, do not go after Daniel, and do not go to his channel and write these, I don't know, these mean replies. Give him the benefit of the doubt and give him time to reply. He's probably making up a video right as I'm speaking. Maybe he will say something, but I don't know. But please do not go to his channel and make threats or anything like that. That is very uncalled for, and we wouldn't want that to be done to us if the same situation was happening to us. You get what I'm saying, guys? Unfortunately, everyone deserves the chance to share their side of the story. Stephen shared his side of the story and is begging Daniel to reply. Hopefully Daniel shares his side of the story and tells us what's going on, because his subscribers do need and deserve an answer. What's been going on, and why is everything just crumbling to pieces? Well, dreamers, if you like this video and you want to hear more about this situation, I will leave a link to Stephen's live stream and to his video in the description below. And please let me know if you want to hear more about this. I'll do some more digging as much as I can. But I really do appreciate the support. I hope and pray that you dreamers have a wonderful day. But until then, dreamers, I will see you in the Nightosphere. Bye, guys!